Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to SSG Speaks, the podcast that takes you inside the walls of Camelot. Meet the knights that made Sword and Shield gaming what it is. So pour yourself a flask of your favorite mead and join us for an inside look at the fine folks that sit at the round table.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be episode 12 of SSG Speaks, and today we are featuring SSG IrishGirl. So welcome to the podcast.
Hey, thanks for having me.
It is not the first time you and I have podcasts together, though.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Really? Wait, what did I miss?
So we were on the Bulletproof radio podcast.
Oh, okay.
And we did an interview, and it was me, Kaz, and IrishGirl. So we did
so long ago.
Yeah, we did an interview show with them. They were doing, I guess it was like a GGN profile. They're going around to all the different clans, and so I think it was Lord Gideon, Steel, and Option. And it was funny because we had such a great time on the show that, I mean, within like a week, all three of them applied for SSG.
Is that how it happened?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty quickly afterwards because, you know, I think we stayed in contact after the show a little bit, and they were like, "Man, you guys sound awesome." Like, well, you're not wrong. So they
also
all just
super
kind of
humble.
Yeah, right. So they all applied and shortly got inducted there and afterwards. So that was a pretty good get for us. You know,
Yeah, no doubt.
Some three industry vets for sure, with Lord Gideon founding Pretoria Guard and stuff, and all of them I think being in Pretoria Guard at one point or another, and then joining SSG, which was pretty great. So
yeah, no doubt.
So yeah, that was a fun time. But I was definitely my first time. Yeah, it was a radio show too. It was a radio show and a podcast. So
I remember that.
It was a little nerve-wracking being on the air and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, you don't get the privilege of someone editing after the fact.
No, I don't have somebody sweating behind the scenes doing all the editing for me.
So Marley, we have to apologize. We mistakenly interviewed Grant first, and we're told on that episode that you actually were inducted first.
You know, to be quite honest, I don't even remember that. I would have had no idea if Grant hadn't said something, so it doesn't bother me. I actually thought I remembered him being inducted first because he...
That's what my memory was telling me, but apparently I'm wrong.
He, I thought, applied first.
I feel like we would have done them at the same time.
Right. Actually, that
feel
sounds
like
more
that
accurate.
Might be what happened.
Right. Because we were married, and I think it was like a both or none kind of situation, because it'd be awkward to accept one of us and not the other.
That'd be so awkward.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, I mean, unfortunately, we just had to kind of take Grant. Like that was kind of the deal. Like we couldn't just not take him. It's kind of like the sad little puppy. It's like, all right, I guess we'll just take Grant.
It's like, well, she's a really good player. We need her.
Right.
But then there's Grant.
My goodness.
All right, so let's jump right into it. We kind of already know from the previous episode, if you folks had listened, where you guys came across SSG. But if you want to kind of describe it in your own words, we'd love to hear it.
Basically, Grant was like, I met this community. Do you want to hang out with them too? And that was it. I mean, like, he just suggested it, and I was like, all right, I trust your judgment. I'll check it out.
All right.
I did no research of my own.
Okay. That's funny. Well, I'm glad you've stuck around for so long.
Yeah, me too. You guys are all right, I guess.
Yeah,
we're passable.
Yeah.
So was SSG your first clan as well?
Yes. I was not very familiar with online gaming much at all before Grant showed me basically Halo. I was really just into solo gaming before that.
So you were never into multiplayer gaming. How the hell are you
went straight to pwning noobs?
That's absurd.
Yeah, I mean, I was really just into like the Zelda and Sims and Civilization, that kind of stuff. I didn't really play like Call of Duty or anything.
And somehow that translated into pinpoint accuracy with a sniper rifle. Okay,
right?
that tracks. Makes perfect sense. Doesn't make me feel terrible about myself at all.
You just need to play more Sims. That's the problem.
Apparently, that's where I went wrong.
So was Halo then your first like FPS then that you played?
I mean, I remember playing some of like the old school single player like GoldenEye type stuff, or
Okay.
Like Rainbow Six and things like that. But not multiplayer.
So you had like at least a passing familiarity with the genres and some of the games and stuff, but you just weren't quite dedicated like you have.
Yeah, I wasn't pwning noobs or anything.
Right. Yeah. So what about your gamer tag then? What's the origin there?
Oh, well, it used to be Irish Tulip, if you remember.
I do remember that.
Because my birthday is on St. Patrick's Day, and I do have Irish heritage, not like full-blooded or anything, but enough to where I'm like, all right, I'm Irish. Well, but I was just, really into the Irish stuff because I was 17 when I created that tag. I was just really into it, and tulips were my favorite flower, so just Irish Tulip went with it, and then just switched it to IrishGirl later on because I kept getting comments on the tulip part.
I remember having that conversation.
Yes, so I had to switch it, which girl wasn't that much better.
Yeah.
But it was a little bit. But yeah, nothing too interesting, I guess.
Yeah, people are jerks on the internet for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Well, that's why we have SSG.
Yeah.
Makes life a little bit easier.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, just striving to be that safe haven, right? For not just gamers to get away from like just the normal Halo humping and trash talk and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, seriously, like this kind of stuff, like the sexual harassment, which is just, I mean, I've been in plenty of lobbies with you, and it is just awful.
Ridiculous, right? Like
it is awful.
As soon as you speak, or as soon as I speak, right?
Right.
And they just can't help themselves. I don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I bet they could. Bet they don't do that in real life.
Right. Probably not.
It is nice to see like a whole party of SSG people, and you have one female like Irish in there, and then all of a sudden you have 7 other guys being like, "Hey man, what'd you say?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that was refreshing.
Like, nah, we don't do that.
So, in the decade that you've been with us, do you right? Oh, you tell me about it. I feel so old.
Oh man.
Are there any truly memorable moments that stick out, whether it's gaming or at one of the LANs or just anything that sticks out from SSG in general?
I mean, there's no specific. I mean, our old Halo nights, man, those were just so good. Those were so
Halo.
good. Just staying up till like 2 a.m., just having a ball, just laughing all night long.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the best. I couldn't pinpoint one specific night or anything like that. And honestly, the LANs have been fantastic. All the ones I've been to.
How many have you gotten to go to?
Same as Grant, so it's what, 2.5-ish.
That's right. 2.5. I remember that.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. But I mean, everyone's just as awesome in person as they are online.
Well, shoot.
Yeah, I think you get that initial, there's like the initial awkwardness, like
Yes.
in the car or in the airport or whatever. But but after, obviously it's just the first time that you're meeting somebody, and then after that, kind of just after you get over the awkward, like, oh hey, it's nice to meet you. Finally put a name to or a voice to the face, and blah blah blah. You get past that, and then you just kind of settle back into like, hey, this is like my friend that I've been playing with for
Right.
Yeah,
years,
you kind of
4 years,
forget
10
that there's a
years.
physical difference
Right.
there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But then it's fun to get to do all the in-person thing. We're going out to eat or doing goofy stuff, and
Yeah.
it's just fun to see that Grant's just as goofy in person as he is on the microphone.
Amen to that. So we know that both you and Grant are into kind of graphic design and things of that nature. He's more on the technical side, but
Yeah.
you're more art.
Yeah.
So how did you get into that? You just find a natural knack, or is it something you had to teach yourself and really work on?
I mean, I've always kind of been into creating things. It wasn't until actually 2 years into college that I decided to switch majors and go into graphic design. It just seemed like it suited me really well. I really enjoy it. Right now I kind of do a mix of hand making stuff and online graphic design work.
Yeah, we recently got an ornament from you, which, by the way, absolutely fantastic. It's unmistakable who I'm looking at. Great job. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite ornaments of the year.
Oh, thank you.
We collect ornaments through the year, so that's saying something.
And your massive 20-foot tree you put on the boat, is that your indoor tree or your outdoor tree?
My outdoor tree is 7.5 feet. My indoor tree is about 3 feet. Slightly different.
You got like a sunroof or something, right? You can just plop the 7 foot through it.
No, that's sitting on top of the boat.
Right.
Yeah.
But you could, theoretically.
No. Oh, you know what? There is a sunroof directly above me right now in the V-berth. So
Yeah.
yes, technically I could do that. Interesting.
You have a tree on each level, but just one tree. It'd be perfect.
Right. I love this idea. Although I'd have to move my computer, so I don't know how much that would, how well that would
Oh,
play.
yeah. Yeah, you only have so much real estate in there, I'm sure.
Yeah, no kidding. It's one of the best things. I recently got a 3D printer, and one of the best things is designing things to make my life just a little bit easier. You know, a shelf
Nice.
that you can't buy a shelf that fits on a boat, period. So you have to design one that fits around curvatures and things like that, and it just makes life so much easier to put these things together and print them out.
I didn't think about that. That's pretty smart.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's been a game changer. Not to mention Christmas presents.
Ah, yeah.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. So with your, with your background, obviously in the graphic design, you have done some amazing work for SSG in that department. So you,
Yes.
kind of took on and did the whole redesign of our logo, which is still, the current logo that we see everywhere, and couple different iterations of it, but it is still very, very much, front and center on everything we do. So it's been an awesome design for us, and even modular, like with the, it's a helmet with some shield, with some swords, and so it's pretty awesome that we can kind of take it apart and either use just the helmet or just the swords, and so it's been a great asset to us.
Is that something you ever see wanting to change, Marley?
The logo?
Yeah.
Like updating it? I mean, not presently. I could see, because I'm always nitpicking my past work.
That's exactly why I'm asking.
right.
I understand how that goes, 100%.
I mean, not presently, but I could see myself definitely wanting to do it down the line sometime.
That's awesome.
Because an artist is never happy, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. It's one of the very few logos that I've ever considered tattooing on myself.
Ah, that's awesome.
I
be really cool.
absolutely love it, and I probably will eventually. I have my right leg is gaming related, so that'll probably go down there.
we have an unofficial blood bond, I think, on that, Remy, don't we?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Go on. You gonna elaborate on that?
I think we have a unofficial, official. Next time we see each other, we're getting SSG tattoos together.
Yeah, I had totally forgotten about that, but I am 100% still on board with that. That's a great idea.
Yeah, my
Yeah, you
wife
guys
is
need to-
100% not, but I mean, that's just gonna have to be what it is. So sleep on the
Your
couch
body,
for a couple of
your
weeks.
choice.
That's right. See,
I'm fortunate to have a lovely lady that loves tattoos as well. So thank God, because I'm covered.
Right.
you have kind of a few. So
Kind of a package deal.
Yeah, well, she's also pretty covered, so it's all good. Now, what about you, Marley? You don't have any tattoos, do you?
I do not. I love tattoos. I'm just too indecisive to commit to one. Because yeah, I love seeing like full body, like, or full sleeves, like all that stuff. But I don't think I personally could ever commit to something on me because I can't.
What about your kids' names? I mean, that's something that will last forever, right?
That's true. I have considered that. Which, I mean, if I ever got one, it would probably be something like that.
Yeah, I've seen a
have
lot
you seen
of those.
Spandex's new tattoo?
Oh no.
No.
Spandex went and got a SSG Spandex. He went and got a full back tattoo done in like 3 days.
Oof.
The whole thing.
Ooh, that hurts. That hurts a lot.
So yeah.
What is it though?
It's
Go on.
It's like I think it's like a bird and a snake or something. It's some kind of intertwined thing like that, and it was it wasn't some simple little design. Obviously,
Right.
I mean, so I mean, it was pretty amazing. So I saw just like the initial kind of sketch of it. I didn't see the final, but it was impressive just to see. I mean, because I hear people take breaks, obviously when they're getting just a single tattoo, an arm, or just even if we were going to get the SSG tattoo, so, something like that,
A single session would be fine.
takes
Yeah.
but it still takes a while, right? And so getting something like this is going to obviously took several days, but he didn't wait, he didn't go back week after week. He did it 3 days in a row. So.
See, that is that's a special kind of brave.
Yeah.
I tell you, the day after you get a tattoo, it is more tender than any skin abrasion you've ever had. So to get needles on top of that, oh boy, it hurts. I tell you, it is it's an experience. one that I
run out
wouldn't
and get one now,
necessarily.
thank you.
Yeah.
Well, no, see, a single
Selling
session, totally fine. It hurts, yes, of course, it's needles, but it's
Right.
it's done, it's gone, it burns afterward, then it's it's over. But if you go back, imagine getting sunburned and then choosing to poke yourself with a needle over and over again afterward. That's what it would feel like.
Go back out in the
Right.
sun.
Yeah, it's just. Ugh.
I mean, imagine it's kind of like giving birth, right? Having kids. Yeah, it was awful, but I love it. I love my kids. I'll go have another one, right?
It's the best pain in the world.
Right?
So anyway, I know we've kind of spoken to Grant about this, but wanted to get your take on where you see yourself going in the future of gaming. I know you have a PC, but if you had the money, would you choose to go back to consoles, or would you continue moving forward with PC?
Right now, well, I mean, I'm really liking the versatility of PC gaming right now. And then there's also the issue of, I guess, like if we had a console, like I don't really get to play much during the day because of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And the types of games I like to play, I don't really want them watching me play.
Whoa, what types of games are you playing?
Well, like I would, or
Leisure
like,
Suit Larry and.
oh yeah, no, but I mean, like I wouldn't want them. Like if I was playing on a console, I'd probably be playing like Call of Duty or something. I mean, they're a bit young for that, I think. And so I think, yeah, I think I'd just stick with PC for now, honestly. Yeah, I mean, I just like it. I mean, you can do so much stuff on it. I can play anything.
This is true. Well, not anything, but most
just about.
things. So what was your first, where did your gaming start?
I mean, I first remember probably NES, Super Mario, and the Link to the Past, Legend of Zelda. Those are probably my first memories.
That's really good memories.
Yeah.
Link to the Past is still one of the best Link games out there.
Oh, yeah.
By far.
But yeah, when we moved up to Sega and GameCube, we've always just had gaming in our house.
That's awesome.
If I remember, were you big into the 64, or was that you that had one or played one or something a lot?
I don't think you're remembering me. I don't remember talking.
Yeah, probably.
I think I might have had one, but I don't think I was super into it. But yeah, Sega and then PlayStation. Moved on up to Xbox in college. Yeah.
Totally skipped the PS2, huh?
I might have had the PS2. I haven't listed all of them, right? I mean, there's so many different Nintendo
That's right.
systems. Yeah, I probably did have a PS2 now that I think about it.
Well, did you play Kingdom Hearts?
Yes.
Then you had a PS2.
All right.
And that seems like it would be up your alley.
Yes, for sure.
Do you like any of the other like role-playing games, like the Final Fantasy and stuff like that?
Oh yeah. Final Fantasy VII is where it's at.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that remake is amazing.
what is it about Final Fantasy VII that everybody loves so much? Because I personally have never played it.
The story.
Yeah, wasn't that like a breakthrough in graphics too at the time? Like that one was just like, you look back now and it's like, oh my god, this is awful. But like at the time it was just like, holy crap, this is so realistic.
It was one of the first games, one of the first real AAA games that was on CD-ROM, and so CD-ROM allowed you to do I forget the format, but it was essentially a video, an actual video file. So instead of, you could actually play like a movie inside of the game that wasn't rendered. So
Interesting.
So games in the past, if you're on the Nintendo, the Super Nintendo, the Genesis, whatever, even the 64, any movie cutscene, anything like that was always in game and engine, because there wasn't really a choice, because there wasn't a great way to play it. But once you got to like the CD-ROM, well, then you could put the actual, like a little video file in, so they could make it however fancy they wanted to make it, because it was just a movie, and it didn't have to do, it didn't have, at that point, then the game was just a way to play that movie. And
Right.
So now, like, it's funny, because now we've kind of come full circle, because when you watch trailers and game reveals and stuff like that, usually there's two asterisks. The first one is pre-alpha or beta footage, or
Right.
whatever they want to say to make, so they can make it seem like, it's not
done.
final. But then it'll say rendered in game or using in-game engine, and that's why they say that, because it's more impressive if it's rendered in game than, obviously, because if it's not rendered in game, the sky is really the limit of whatever current computing technology is, as far as like movie formats and stuff.
Yeah,
So
for sure. Now, didn't Sega CD get there first with like Night Trap and things like that?
Yeah, but I just don't think it was mainstream enough. Like, because Sega CD was, it was an attachment.
Yeah.
So, I was never a Genesis guy, and I never really played any of the Sega systems very much. But I do know that it was like an attachment. I don't think there was that many, any game that was super popular really paled in comparison to any the regular system, obviously.
Yeah, I had the Sega CD, and I think I had probably 4 or 5 games for it in its entire life.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, but the story for Final Fantasy VII is, it's a really well told story in that kind of fantasy genre, and it's a good tearjerker and pulls on the heartstrings and that kind of stuff. So I think
if you didn't cry, then I don't know what kind of person you are.
We're not friends.
If only it weren't turn-based.
The remake isn't. So
really?
Well, you know what? I don't remember. If it is, it's kind of like that hybrid model where it's you can kind of pick moves and stuff ahead of time. So it's not. You know what? I think it is still turn-based, but it's better. It's not like it used to be where you're just waiting to get beat down.
Yeah.
So outside of gaming, then what do you like to do? Like, are you an artist? Do you do artsy stuff like? You said you did some like handcraft work. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Yeah, I mean, I love painting. I've always been into painting. I don't do as much canvas stuff hardly at all anymore. And lately I've been into a lot of woodworking. I'm not like super great at it. Mostly just like taking bits here and there and just kind of turning them into boxes or signs or whatever. I made some benches recently and some shelves for the house, and just been into stuff like that. Basically, if I'm using my hands, I'm happy. Like cooking, baking, all that kind of stuff.
I can attest to your cooking.
I haven't tried it.
We also baked a cake at the first land. Not super fancy, but
it was a box mix.
It had a lot of sprinkles on it. I do know that.
Oh yeah. When we had good company, and that's all that matters, right? I mean,
that's right.
Mediocre food, good company.
Mm-hmm. Amen to that. So stepping back into gaming for just a moment, in all your years of gaming, is there an achievement or something that stands out to you?
Yes,
doesn't have to be an Xbox achievement, just an achievement of sorts.
Right. It'll be going back to Final Fantasy VII. Because, I used to play that off and on with my brother. We were like 9, 10 at the time. And we had both had individual accounts, and we were playing and stuff. I guess accounts. There were no accounts back then, right? There were memory cards. But, we were each playing, doing our own thing. But I think we got into a fight one day, and one of us erased the other's memory card. In an act of vengeance, the other one erased the others. I cannot remember who started it, but we both had deleted each other's memory cards. It was awful. It was petty, but,
Yeah, that's messed up.
So we decided to start playing it together, and we would take turns playing whatever. And we went through the whole game, and finally, it took forever, like a long time for us to beat this game. But when we finally beat it, it was just very satisfying to have worked through the whole game together, come out on the other side.
Yeah, you kind of got to experience it together, because those kind of games are kind of movie-like, right? Like
yeah.
The RPG kind of games. There is something cool to playing that and experiencing with other people. Now we can kind of do it a little bit with the internet and things like our Discord. Like I know a lot of people are on our Discord talking about Cyberpunk and stuff, and that just came out. So a lot of people are playing that and kind of sharing their experiences. But sitting on the couch and stuff and playing with somebody is definitely a unique experience. I know that Bob Zippers and I used to do that. We used to run through all of those type of RPGs, like the Final Fantasies and the I'm trying to think of some of the other ones that were on like the original PlayStation 2, like the Chrono Trigger and some of these other ones that were a lot of fun. And so that experience definitely makes it better when you get to share with somebody like that.
I miss couch co-op. That was a good time growing up with couch co-op. I feel bad for the kids growing up without it.
Yeah, it's probably not as common nowadays, is it? Everybody's got their own stuff.
Well, even games like Halo 5 didn't have split screen.
Oh, it didn't have it at all?
No, it's insane to me.
No, I think I remember that.
Yeah, they couldn't render the same number of frames or whatever the case may be. But it's like, the co-op in Halo, sitting next to your buddy, punching him when he kills you. That's part of it.
Right?
I miss that. I miss playing side by side.
Yeah, as soon as they spawn, you just smack them in the back of the head and murder them again and take their
It's
pistol
got
ammo.
its
And
downsides, though, because then you've got the screen peeking, and that's just not
But
cool.
that's also part of it. I have this game. It's called Screencheat.
Oh.
It is one of the best games out there. It's 4-player, 2 to 4 player, and everybody's invisible.
This
So
already sounds like a game that White Wolf would not like.
Oh, he hates it. The only way to find the other people is to look at their screen.
Oh my gosh.
It is such a stellar game. It
Oh
is
my gosh.
so much fun. So you're watching
That's
other
awesome.
people's screens more than you're watching your own. It's absurd and fun and stupid, and I'll bring it to the next line. Yeah, I miss couch co-op. It's something we don't get enough of these days.
Well, I'll tell you what I've been doing recently. Since my kids have been getting into gaming, we essentially just get to have like full-on LAN parties every day. So we had COVID in our house like 5 weeks ago, and so when it was going on, we were like, obviously completely quarantined, and so I brought like a TV and a computer monitor downstairs, and I set up like 3 Xboxes, and so it wasn't quite split screen, but it was the same feeling, right? Because you could just look at their screen and stuff like that. So it was kind of cool to kind of get back that kind of either split screen or kind of LAN feel again.
Dude, LAN parties, some good times.
That
Remember
sounds
hooking
awesome.
16 Xboxes up together? Oh, awesome. Big team battle in Halo.
Oh, so good. I never went to a 4-year stay away college, but I had a lot of friends that did, and man, going to the dorms, because they're even in the late 90s and early 2000s, they were already wired typically, and so man, that's like right when Halo and all that stuff was
Oh, that was the
taking
prime.
off.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was awesome to be able to just, because it's all just set up, then you just unplug your computer, plug your Xbox in, you're good to go.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I used to manage a Game Crazy, and they had those big TVs, big displays on the wall that was made of, I think there were 8 or 12 TVs there. Each of them had their own feed, and you could actually hook them all up so you could play that many people on the same wall, and it was fantastic. We'd do tournaments and stuff all the time.
Oh, that sounds fun.
It's like
I
the
feel like that'd be
ultra
hard to
LAN.
keep track of. That's like so many.
Oh yeah, it was terrible, but it was so much fun. I remember when Halo 2 was releasing, we did a LAN there, and the person that won the competition went home with a free copy of Halo 2.
Oh, that's sweet.
It was pretty badass.
When Halo 2 launched, there was the very famous leak, or infamous. There was like a French leak of the game early, and it was a good, probably a month. I think it was like a month early, and so I already had an Xbox that was modded, and so downloaded this French version of it, and so had Halo 2 a month early. So when Halo 2 officially launched, I had like a little portable DVD player that had like a little screen, but it also had like inputs on it. So while we're waiting in line at GameStop for midnight, we're playing Halo 2 on this like little like 3-inch screen, waiting for the Halo 2 launch, playing
That's
Halo 2.
awesome.
That's just
it was
epic
actually-
nerd right there.
Oh yeah, I actually got it early as well because I was manager at Game Crazy. I opened the box and borrowed one for 2 weeks. But shh, nobody knows that.
Right. I think we're past the statute of limitations.
We are well past it. What was that? 2011? No, that was 2007. No, that was earlier than that.
No, 2004 was Halo.
Yeah. Wow.
Halo 2.
Wow. God, I'm old.
Hey, I hear you. I just turned 40, so it's like, ugh, man.
Ooh, well, it's good to hear someone's older than me.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was such an age gap. I was surprised.
So, Marley.
Yeah.
We talked to Grant, and apparently he's never gone anywhere in his life.
Oh yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten an opportunity to travel?
Yes.
Yes.
I've been actually a lot of places in the U.S. From coast to coast. We moved around a lot as a kid when I was a kid. So I've lived in Maine, Illinois, Alabama, Oklahoma, Florida, Texas, and Missouri. But
Wow.
we traveled all over the place too. So I've been to California, and so we've traveled between California and Maine basically.
Wow.
I have not gotten to see the Northwest, which I would like to, but I have been to both coasts, which has been nice. And I'd
Where
really
in
like to see
California
Grant.
did you go?
I think because my aunt lived in Palo Alto,
Okay.
and we had gone to the coast over there. I was younger. I want to say it was around Malibu. I'm not positive.
Palo Alto, probably closer to Paso Robles.
Okay,
'Cause that's
I'll
pretty
take
far
your
north,
word.
right?
Yeah, that's coming up on Fresno, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, there's still some coastal towns up there.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense. I was a kid, and Malibu is probably about as much as I
Yeah,
knew
the
about
only thing you
California.
recognize in California.
Hollywood, right? San
Yeah,
Francisco.
exactly.
So what caused the moving? Was it your parents, like, was it job related, or did they want to move, or what was?
Yeah. My mom just moved around a lot.
Okay. Yeah, that's it's kind of good and bad, right? Sometimes
Yeah,
it's kind of
yeah.
nice because you got to see a lot of things, but it's
Yeah.
hard to move, especially when you're little. So
Yeah, again, get used to or finally make friends at school, and then you pack up and move.
Yeah,
It's hard.
that's tough. So what in all that traveling, what was your favorite place to live?
I mean, it's obviously St. Louis.
Right.
Well, I think
I
there
mean,
are a couple
honestly,
people there that make a difference.
Yeah, St. Louis was pretty awesome, honestly, and I do miss a lot of it because I love all the free stuff there, like the zoo and the science center and the museums. They're amazing.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, St. Louis is probably up at the top. Especially, I mean, I guess it makes a difference because I was an adult living there, and just everything's better as an adult, getting to do everything right. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
but I mean, Texas was pretty nice.
Did you guys ever go to the City Museum?
I did not. Grant did.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a really cool. It's like adult playground, basically. It's like this. It's a real modern art kind of place where they just kind of mash a bunch of things together. Like the outside of it it's kind of like a adult jungle gym where they have planes and like legit, like a real plane, a real bus, a real, all these different things, and they just have them wired together with bridges and tunnels and mesh and like wrought iron spirals and all this kind of stuff that you just have to crawl through and around and up and down and all this kind of stuff. And
Dude, I want to go.
yeah, it's pretty.
That sounds
neat.
like
And
a
then
blast.
the inside is the same. They have like a 40-story slide. They have like all sorts of just insane things. It's pretty cool.
That sounds awesome.
So, yep. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. So what? I think you were going on to Texas there.
Oh yeah, I mean Texas was nice. Nice warm weather, I guess. I hate the cold.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I'm initially from Maine. I love Maine. It's gorgeous, but I hate cold weather.
Yeah, you should come on out to California.
I know.
We're right
We
in the
don't
cold right
we don't
now.
get
It's
too
like
cold.
30 degrees. It's awful.
Yeah.
Even on the boat. Let's see. What is the temperature right now? It is, I think, 57. Yep.
Oh, that's
57.
not bad.
No, not bad at all.
Like the 60s, 70s is like the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we
Like
we
that's-
we
that's
rarely
okay.
break 92.
Oh,
So
really? Oh, out on the marina, you mean?
yeah, where we are,
Or-
we typically bounce between 50 and 90. Rarely go beyond those. It's
That's
awesome.
nice. That's not
Yeah.
too bad, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I miss it. We didn't get to go to San Diego this year, and I'm
That's such a bummer.
really, yeah, we're gonna go in April. So,
Oh, good.
but man, yeah, that just tepid temperature is just perfect. Like I love it.
The reason we're all chill out here.
That's right. You're not dealing with these like
You're
harsh
chill
winters
because
and
you're
harsh
not
summers.
chilly.
Exactly.
There you go.
We use up all our chill. So all that traveling, where is there anywhere that you didn't get to go that you'd really liked?
Yeah, like I said, the Pacific Northwest, I did not get to. I would love to go
that's right, you did
to
say.
like Seattle. I guess I did visit a friend a couple years ago for her wedding out in Oregon, Montana area, but I didn't really get to explore the area itself.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'd love to go to Seattle sometime.
me too. I've never gotten.
And
to
I
go up
know we've talked about landing up there several times, and I mean that's probably more appealing to me than Vegas. I know Vegas has been brought up, or I guess we did go to Vegas.
Yeah.
for
Yeah, we did.
SSG.
We can't talk about it.
Right. I didn't go, but
Yeah, you were missed.
yeah, obviously. But an SSG land in Seattle sounds awesome to me.
I'm in.
Yeah, when the recent land talks that we've had have kind of pegged that's definitely going to be the area. I feel like, just because at this point it's such a great area, like you've mentioned, and we have so many nights up there that it just, it's a win-win, right? Vegas worked out because it's Vegas. Flights are cheap and there's a lot to do and things like that. But Pacific Northwest just seems like such a great spot for a land. So as soon as we can, see people again, that would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be helpful.
So what about any, outside of all the art and the gaming, what kind of other guilty pleasures are you, what do you have, like, as far as, like, guilty pleasures, like TV shows or books, or, is there a certain kind of chocolate that you're into? What what's your pleasure there?
Ooh,
Took a hard
getting
left at the end there.
I wish I could say I read much anymore. I really don't with the kids. It's just too hard to sit and read a book because they just climb on you.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't get to do that much anymore. We do watch the shows that we enjoy after they go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
So we watch a lot of that. Oh no, we've been watching most recently The Queen's Gambit. I don't know if you've seen that.
I have not. I've heard of it on Netflix. So
Yeah, it's really good.
Things.
It's really good. And like The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, that's a pretty good one too. We just watch a lot. And we watch a lot of anime too.
Really?
I guess that's probably more of a guilty pleasure.
I would not have guessed that you guys were anime. Maybe Grand, but I didn't assume that you were for some reason.
Oh yeah, I've never been like super obsessed over much stuff. Like I don't like geek out over much. But yeah, I do love anime.
It's interesting. What animes are you watching right now?
All right. Well, we just finished. We just finished Food Wars, which is super awkward.
Yeah.
Have you watched it? Yeah, okay.
I haven't watched it, but I know exactly what it is, and I know why it's
okay. Yeah. It's very awkward. I guess a lot of anime is, right?
Yeah.
But it just goes beyond the absurd. But it was pretty great. We haven't started our next show yet. I'm not sure what we're going to start next. If you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them.
So what about the Animaniacs reboot? Anybody keeping up on that?
I haven't watched that one yet.
I'll watch Pinky and the Brain, but not Animaniacs.
Was that ever its own show, or was it?
Yeah, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or was it just a
Was
little mini?
Okay.
Yeah, I have. It's actually the entirety of Pinky and the Brain is on Hulu.
Oh.
Did it start out inside of Animaniacs, though?
I think
was
that
it
it
always...
did. No, I think
Okay.
it started within it and then migrated to its own thing.
Okay.
That sounds right. That was such a good show.
Oh, Pinky and the Brain is one of my all-time favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I'm really looking forward to the new one.
So they're bringing that back too, then?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm both excited. Well, I'm cautiously optimistic because they've got all the original voice actors. I'm hoping that they can.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we'll see.
I'll
Could be
have to
fun.
get my kids into that for sure.
Oh, have them watch the old ones. They're so. What's great about Pinky and the Brain is that they're great for kids, but they're wonderful for adults.
Right?
Like there are so many
all
things
the old
that
cartoons
go over.
are like that, right?
Oh,
like,
I love
like...
it. I can watch it, sit down and watch it with my kid, and I'll be laughing. He's like, "What's so funny? I don't get it." It's like, nah, you'll get it when you're older.
You will.
Watch it again in 20 years.
It's hard to find shows that are that sweet spot where you enjoy watching them with your kids.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And as far as animes are concerned, Ruby is a good one.
I've heard good things about that one. I haven't
Rooster
tried it
Teeth.
yet.
And I
have
think
to try
the
that one.
first 6 seasons are free on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
But
All right, good to know.
that's up to where I am, and I'm very much enjoying it.
All right. We'll check into that one.
Just what we need, more stuff to watch.
Right. I know.
adding things
Hey,
to the list.
she
I'll add
asked
that
for
to my list.
suggestions. She did. That's a. So, of all these things, your we'll call anime a guilty pleasure, but all the shows you watch and the books you don't read books anymore, but you said anymore, so I assume you used to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a while. I
What
never
would
got
be-
into like the fantasy ones.
Really?
Yeah. I was
What
usually
kind of
into
books
more
would you read?
mystery or like more adventure, like Egyptology type stuff.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So is that somewhere that you would want to go then? Like, do you have the interest, to go see something like the pyramids and things like that?
I do in theory, but like realistically, I've looked into it and it doesn't seem like it seems like a kind of scary place to visit.
Yeah, Egypt's
Certainly
not
right
a great
now,
place if
I
you're
would-
American
Yeah.
right now, for sure.
Right.
So.
Well,
Like, yeah, I'd love to
whereas-
see the pyramids, but beyond that, like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I would still love to, go to do a European tour. I think
Oh,
that would
yeah.
be, that would be cool.
That would be
Where
amazing.
where you can do go to all the different countries.
Visit one per
do-
day, kind of a deal.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
they actually have decent mass transit from buses and trains,
Right.
and things like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, that would be cool. Maybe we could do that. We could do a European land and just.
Dude, I was going to
Oh,
suggest that. Once all of our kids have graduated and are out of the house, let's do it.
Yeah.
That does sound
the
amazing.
Club Med land. We're all just in our 60s.
That's
going
the
around
plan,
Europe.
though, right? Like, I mean, we're
Yeah.
all planning on that. Like, I mean, what else are you gonna do when you're just sitting at home, 80
Right.
years old? You play
Right, we're
video
gonna
games.
have
I was gonna say
40-year-old
our
kids, and they're
generation.
like, "Dad, you're such a nerd." That's right, we are.
Yeah, you're welcome. That just means you're cultured.
Right?
So, of all the things that you've read and seen and yada yada, et cetera, what is your desert island piece of media? What do you bring with you? You're stranded. What's it gonna be?
Oh gosh. I guess it's just solely for entertainment. I'm assuming I shouldn't take like how to build a raft book or anything like that.
Whatever you want. I mean,
Hey, I didn't put restrictions, so Jay's right.
But you might get bored of that how to build a raft book, if you don't have the material. So
That's
Yeah.
true, yeah. This is a completely deserted island. Just
that's
sitting
right.
on a
Yeah,
little sand
nothing.
pile.
Just you and a coconut.
And
Oh my
a
God.
book that
You
does
and
you no
a
good.
volleyball.
Wilson. That's another movie I haven't seen.
Piece of media. I'd probably have to bring a game of some sort, right? Something I could play over and over and not get tired
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah,
Presumably, because I'm going to be living a very long time on this island with one coconut.
naturally.
Yep.
So,
I mean, we have given people the liberty in the past of this question that say you have an internet connection and
right. I mean,
things like that. So you wouldn't necessarily lose some creatured comfort of whatever game that you picked. So
right. I'd probably go for something comfortable, easy, like The Sims. Something I could play over and over and not get tired of it, really.
Oh God, that
Probably
game
get
bores me
depressing.
5 minutes in.
It's what?
I couldn't imagine. I said that game bores me 5 minutes in. I couldn't
What?
imagine being stuck on an island with it.
Well, what are you doing? Are you just are you talking like Sims 1?
I'm
When was
talking
the last time you played
Sims.
Sims?
Last time I tried it was I think Sims 4.
Oh. Well,
how many
shoot.
Sims are there now?
Oh, God.
4.
Oh, okay, wow. And they haven't released a new one in a long time then.
No, they haven't. This is the longest running Sims game.
Wow, I thought I
I-
was going to be like 4 or 5 iterations
No.
behind. I'm on top of it.
Yeah, because they break them up into, more expansions now.
Right,
There's
right,
less
so it's
included
not
with the
a
base
new-
game.
Gotcha. So it's
like
a
Um,
Destiny
the
model.
MMO method there.
Yeah. I mean, just because I just like building stuff in it. I really don't play my Sims very long. I like play them for like a day, and then I'm like, I'm gonna go build another house.
I'm gonna put you in a pool.
And that's what I do for the most part.
Well,
So-
we were talking to Grant last episode. We gotta get some Minecraft going again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
3 a.m. Minecraft sessions.
Oh man, those were
I
the
am
times.
It
in.
was.
Man, no obligations, just playing. all
Yeah,
night.
then we all had kids and careers, and well, I don't have a career anymore, but we all had kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. Back to I got a question for both of you actually. The island question. So, we've asked everybody this kind of stuck on an island kind of thing, but specifically, if you're stuck on an island, Irish, and you had only one album, one music album you could bring, what would it be?
Oh God.
Oof,
Oh, that's tough.
that is tough.
An album. Ugh.
Remy, you got one?
I'm thinking what my go-to Alexa play is. It's either going to be 30 Seconds to Mars, Matchbox 20, or Volbeat. Ooh, or Chris Cornell.
Oh.
Ooh, I don't know. You know what? Probably Audioslave's first album.
Okay.
That's one of those albums that I can just listen to on repeat and not get bored of anything.
I might go as like maybe like a classical mix. Maybe nothing. I don't know. That's tough.
What about you, Jay?
I've gone back and forth over the years. I think I would either bring 10 by Pearl Jam, or what was that? Well, like the
I don't like
the greatest
Eddie Vedder's,
album of all time.
I don't like Eddie Vedder's voice.
You're just gonna vomit it.
I don't like Eddie Vedder's voice. He sounds like he's got marbles in his mouth.
Oh my god.
He does have a little warbly.
I know, it drives me nuts.
There, yeah.
Oh.
But some people like it,
or
obviously.
the complete opposite direction, I would bring "All Eyes on Me" by Tupac.
Oh my god.
Oh wow, that is the entirely the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. See, I don't think I could just stick with one, like, because I just love such a broad range, man. It'd be hard for me to just pick one and just be like stuck with that.
Well, you could just make Marley's mixtape and then
Exactly.
You could just bring
Yeah, go old
Boom,
school.
there it is. I didn't know that was
Mix
an option.
CD.
that. Well, for her it is. It's not for you.
Damn it.
Right? I have special privileges.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's her episode. That's fair. Now, if we didn't have to limit it to one album, but one artist, would that change your answer? Their entire discography.
Shoot.
For me, easily, that'd be Chris Cornell. No questions asked.
That is a good one.
So does that include everything he's done then? Is
That
that
includes
Soundgarden
Temple of
and
the Dog,
Audioslave and-
Soundgarden,
Okay.
Audioslave, and Cornell by himself.
Oh, so you like Temple of the Dog because then that just kicks Eddie Vedder to the curb.
Well, I didn't say I like Temple of the Dog, but it includes Temple of the Dog.
Okay.
There are some songs that I can get on board with, but typically if I'm playing a Cornell mix and Temple of the Dog comes out, I'm like, oh, what the hell am I listening to? Oh, okay, I got it. I'll typically skip those, but sometimes.
There's got to be like a documentary or something that goes over that because I would love to know how that came about. Like that seems like how two bands just kind of did that. And for people that don't know, Temple of the Dog was it's the band Pearl Jam, but then Chris Cornell from Soundgarden came in and sang lead on 9 of the 10 songs, and I think Eddie Vedder did backup or he had one of the songs or something.
Well,
So,
here's a fun fact as well. Audioslave, my absolute all-time favorite band, is Rage Against the Machine without Axl, or not Axl Rose, dumbass. Without oh my God, what is his name? I've forgotten his name. I hate Beastie Boys as well. Not Beastie Boys. What the hell? Rage Against the Machine.
Rage.
I hate Rage
hate
Against
Rage
the
Against the
Machine,
Machine?
but I absolutely love Audioslave.
I think we
all about
found
the vocals.
A common thing. You like Chris Cornell. I think that's the.
Oh, I love Chris Cornell. Absolutely.
Yeah, I hadn't noticed.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my god.
It's all about the vocals, man. Rage is not singing; it's yelling.
You have very strong opinions.
Very strong. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Well, welcome to SSG.
Right.
Strong
I don't know. I
opinions.
think maybe I'd go with Linkin Park if I had to pick one.
Wow.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not like super. I love music, but I'm not like super devoted to like specific artists. I don't have as strong of feelings as you do. Clearly.
Clearly, yes.
Clearly.
Well, you guys know me, and I'm very black and white on everything. So I very much have strong opinions on bands and things that I like. And
Jay, we're gonna have to have a longer conversation about this. I'm very curious to know how our musical tastes match up. I don't think we've ever had that conversation.
I'm thinking they're not gonna, Remy.
It feels like it.
And that's the end of SSG Speaks.
That's right. I think we're gonna have to at least leave this episode here and hang on to next month and see if me and Remy get it worked out. So
Right. Hey man, if the Sons of Glitches can run for 2+ years with Mike and I seeing exact opposite directions on everything,
yeah.
I think we'll be fine.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think that is going to be a pretty good place to leave it though, Remy. Unless you got any other follow-up questions here.
No, I don't think so. I think we're good. Marley, is there anything you want to leave the audience with?
No, I think I'm good.
No, you're not going to tell him to go away like your husband did?
Oh, right? He's so rude. I'm sorry, you guys. I apologize for my husband.
Well, I mean that is your job to just follow him around and apologize.
I'm
to
so
everybody,
sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well, Irish, it was awesome catching up with you.
Yeah, I miss you guys.
And yeah, we got to play more.
Talking. Yeah, for sure.
We'll have to get a Call of Duty night together.
Yeah, Remy's favorite. Let's play Call of Duty.
We'll make Remy play Call of Duty.
Hey, I'll play it for you guys.
There we go.
That's right. See, we can stream it and like make him shave his head or do something crazy. So
I'll do it. I'm in.
You would.
All right. Well, thank you folks so much for listening. I said it correctly this time.
you did.
And,
Amazing. First try.
We will catch you all in the next episode.
Bye.
All right. Take care.